Times Square, 2009. I don't know what I expected. I had hoped God would show me his face in neon, a hustle, a chipped dream, a lame attempt to harness the stars. Instead, all I remember is a zigzagging hum of 1,000 tired bulbs and 100-foot marquees for McDonald's that I never needed to see. They say the power of images lies in how they encode inner states. Times Square gave my ex-husband a migraine. The lights just made me sick, he said, before going to bed early in a city that never sleeps. That's probably why he's my ex-husband. The song of Nicole sometimes Nicole, in Seville. I hear from my window in the city, 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 carnations in the shadow of carnations, ornate with death. A bright ruffle of sky blinding the spectacle of wind. Amid the intersection of grief and crackling blue pain, I wind through the streets in a solitude of ultimatums that dance and linger like a broken poem. I pray, so I will scream. Tiny bells like tiny stars down La Avenida de la Constitucion in the shadow of the great cathedral. I am the princess of balloons. Between my thighs are poppies. My spangled shoes snap with the jasmine in hooting rhythm. Where is my Lorca, my friend to the pigeons? Has there ever been such magic? Oh, poet, oh, Federico Garcia, look what has happened to the beautiful lunacy of your vision. In the trellised gardens of the Alcazar, the wind cries with the mourning doves and echoes into the roses, while a little boy on vacation sits in front of La Giralda and collects on his thumb the flies the rest of us twitch off. Well, I cannot remember the moon in the city sun. I believe I have anchored the skies. Their silver and mermaid lace swirl, heave, and hoo, bird cries and cicadas monstrous. Thus, I conclude my day with the palace peacock, as he cleans his quills. A complicated process, fans out his tail like the skirt of flamenco. His 3 wives, their unimpressive feathers, sleep on a shaded ledge. Mañanita.
It's like a song.
I enter El Hosteria del Laurel, and a pigeon crooks her head to one side. The bar is air-conditioned. Legs of porks and braids of garlic from the ceiling. Pictures hang from the ceiling. Pictures and text from the legend of Don Juan color the tiles, and all is blessed by the horns of a black bull named El Magnifico. Outside, the pigeon crooks her small head to the left, dips her beak into the cobblestones. Because it is still morning, I order a mañanita, a shot of anisette, like my Lala and my Tia. A little something to start the day, a little something to heat the heart from within. But they had this drink on Cannery Row to endure the cold of canning sardines. And I am a fool who gets drunk easily, and I am drunk on anisette in Seville, and it is 120 degrees outside. I am on vacation, and I have just spent €5 for a drink I cannot finish. Outside, the pigeon crooks her small head to one side, dips her beak into the tiny cracks between the cobblestones, a mañanita for the heat. Sad little bitch thoughts. Bitches brew. The sad little bitch thoughts tonight come slow and syncopated. Sad little bitch. I loathe stillness. It reminds me of stupor, seething inadequacies, rot. And I am here with you still in a meadow of stiff-kneed still. My wounds have cracked. My blood is caked hard like a shield, like a weapon. While the sun and her fan wave ha 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 across the stretch of sky, and the muse twaddles her fingers from her ears, tongue out, mouth twisted, stitched. Because this beauty shop angel is pink-toothed as candy, wears a powdered wig to perfume the night poison, and circle the fat moon with perfect eyebrows. Because you never really listen to me anymore, or my horny laugh. I have become a badly behaved cliche. Nevertheless, I want to arm the stars with javelins and gladly pick the death card to give you one last conjugal dance, so I can finally have a pain that's better than stillness or nothing at all. Sad little bitch thoughts, part 2. Never mind, never mind, never mind. It's silly, but I bend sound the way I choose. Not up and down like most I am's perfect, but strange, creating spondies from madmen, accented the way madness almost always equals man, but never more. The words quell me and I quell the words. Lipstick, hairspray, max factor, red curlers, conveyor baits, complacency, bloat. Juan Granada, starring as Johnny Pride, will light a cigarette and howl with the bats who hide in the Laugh and Scratch Theater at the end of Alvarado Street. Fuck the stoplights. Who cares at this ungodly hour of the morning? All there is fog and seagulls and bird shit. So throw a card, any card. The widows of Cannery Row are in black and weeping on the graves. Only their granddaughters can speak of their grief. Tra-la-la-la-la, this is the sound. Tra-la-la-la-la, this is the roll of death-kissed mouths, bitch lip prim, ears plugged, ignoring death and the ghosts who only offer the silence of the dead from a playground, cemetery, and tombstone photographs of the workers when they were young and beautiful. I notice I have a PhD in such vanities. While the widowers will vindicate themselves and scream at their sons when they die, you idiots! And I'm not ready yet at her spirits. Everything is hummingbirds, hummingbirds, hummingbirds. Song of the death of your twin, my uncle. Nervous we eat until our bellies grind and knot bridges to dreamscapes of pointing index fingers where even the ashes are in confusion. The Sandman has flicked our foreheads with pearls that twine their hairs round flowerless graves and resurrected cries of your name from a mouth that is yours, but not yours. And you will hear your voice, his voice, your voice blend and call your name, pleading with insult. Don't interrupt. Brother, he says your name. Brother, he says. He calls out your name, cruelly wearing your face. You tell us this is no party. He has told you that his daughter has spent her silver, her eyes round and bat-like, tragic and patient hands, always kneading, kneading, kneading. She really means well, I try to plead. Do not banish her from the room. I fear she will fall face first into guilt. Sternly wearing your father's protective face, you tell us this is no party. I fear my cousin will fall into guilt, but she is kneading, kneading, kneading. On stage, she will finger you evil while muttering aside, I really need that $50, though his lungs are crackling. On stage, she cries at will to her chorus, but in the shadows will take from deathbed wallets, kneading, kneading, kneading. Hey, Nicole, can you watch my kids so I can smoke a joint before going to the hospital? I need a new vacuum. Kneading, kneading, kneading. She heaves and sobs, insecure sighs of villainous melancholy. When will the will be read? Brother, he cries your name, wearing a twisted and hollow version of your face. He will pretend this is just a dream. Don't interrupt me, he says. I'm talking with my friends, not yours. 50-year-old memories, the orange blossoms of our cousin's garden in Seville. You could have lived there too, he says. You can't be jealous. Horn concertos. We are late for rehearsal again, Nikki. Again, he says. Again, Nikki. Again, it is your fault. Your fault, he says. All your fault. Don't interrupt, he says. I'm dying. It's none of your business. You refuse to sleep. It is none of my business. Meanwhile, will meaningless gold appear, an infection, a Ouija board ghost, scratching on the page and begging, meaningless gold, meaningless gold, meaningless gold, kneading, 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 blind and bedlam.